tutorial for the beginners. Let me give a brief introduction about the Unity. Unity is actually a gaming engine where you can develop a game for 3D games or 2D games, or you can build apps for like virtual reality, and even you can also integrate some AI into your gaming engine. It is possible with the Unity. It is very simple as compared to mono game and other gaming frameworks. It's merely simple and easy because you will be concentrating only on game logics, and if you know C# programming, it will be much more easier to develop the games in Unity. And it also supports a few other languages like TypeScript, but I'm not sure about it. You can also try Unreal Engine, whereas it is very similar as Unity. Yeah, all right, let's begin with Unity then. So here I'm gonna begin with how to download Unity. Just on the Unity page, whereas you can just click this download Unity hub link, and once you click, it'll start downloading the hub. So I've already downloaded this, so I'm just canceling it. So once you download it, after installation, you can see the Unity hub which appears on your desktop. So this is the Unity hub which is loading, and so you will not see any projects once it's installed freshly. Once you downloaded the Unity hub, you can go into this install tab, and where you can see all this pre-installed version Unities from your system. But whereas if you're new, if you have never installed any Unity on your system, you don't see anything in this place. So once you download the hub, you can click the add, and you can choose the latest version or whatever the previous stable version you wanted to install. You can install by just clicking the button. And now I wanted to go with the official releases. The Unity's most official recent release is 2019.3.12 F1. And if you want to try the pre-release or the beta versions, you can try as well. Whereas you can have the early access of latest features of Unity, and otherwise you can go for just access. Just stick with the stable versions. So once you download the 2019, you just need to choose this Unity 2019 and click next, and then here you can select whatever the platform you're going to target. So now my main focus is only for Windows and Android. So here I chose only Android, and you have to select the checkbox inside the Android build support as well. So just choose Android SDK, NDK, and OpenJDK, so that it will get downloaded and installed. So that's it. That's pretty much enough. So click next and click accept and click done. So Unity Hub will ask you for the confirmation. So now it started downloading the 2019.3.12. Okay guys, now the Unity got downloaded and installed. You may have the different version than what I'm having here. And so once it got downloaded, you can see that your Unity version here, and which comes with the Android icon down below, so that like you get to know that Android platform is included with your Unity. So here I have different version as well, which has the iOS and the Windows platform Unity UWP platform support. By default it comes with the Windows support since you installed in Windows operating system. So here I have to mention one more thing, which is Unity Hub. Unity Hub is very good. I mean, like it's a new app which is released last year, where you can see all the Unity versions which is installed. This is an app which could be very useful in terms of organizing the Unity's different versions, and using the different project. You can see all the Unity's projects listed here, so it'll be very organizing if you use the Unity Hub. Obviously it comes with Unity Hub. Everything will start with the Unity Hub from the latest release. So yeah, let's okay, if you want to add any more platforms into Unity, you can do it by clicking this and clicking add module. Then you can choose any platform, whatever you want. So I wanted to go with just Android now. And then let's create a new project now. Okay, so once you finished installing your Unity, you can start a new project. So just go to the projects tab and then click new. If you have different version, it'll ask you to choose for the which version of Unity you wanted to start the project with. So click for me just listing only 2019 because some installation going on in 2020. I don't know, I mistakenly selected something. So yeah, so now the installation is complete. Now you can see there are 2 versions installed. So now I wanted to go with 2019. So you can choose the location here. I'm going to choose the colon. Tutorial. I'm going to type Unity tutorial. Select that folder and I'm going to give a project name. Just Unity Basics. And I've chosen the 3D template since we're going to build the 3D game. And then click create. Then it is loading. Initially it takes some time to load the new project because it'll set up all the platform and creating the basic scene for you. It depends on your system's configuration too. While it's loading, we can talk about something like that. Some people ask, like, what is the, oh yeah, there you go. This is a Unity editor. This is the basic scene view, Unity editor view, and yeah, you can change this layout based on your requirement and your viewing perspective. And okay, so this is the basic scene which comes with the scene editor. This is an editor area, editing area, and this is the game view. The game view is nothing but like where the perspective of this camera. So you're getting the same view whatever the camera sees. You're getting the same view here whatever the camera sees from this angle. Okay, so basically it's same. So yeah, this is the editing area, whereas you can edit, you can add more objects, you can build the scene in this area, and this is the final output area where you can see all the outputs, whatever the camera sees from its angle. And this is an hierarchy tab where you can see the runtime objects. These are the game objects. The default scenes comes with basic two objects, which one is camera and another one is light. So these are very basic for every single scene, 3D scenes which you're gonna create. So if you don't want the directional light, you can delete it, but obviously you do need the light for every single scene. So let's see what happens if I remove I'm not removing it, I'm just disabling the light from the scene. Nothing much happened. Okay, let me delete this object. Oh yeah, now you can see there's no light in the environment, but still you're able to see the surfaces because it is being rendered from the environment map. Okay, I'm gonna add the directional light back. So if you want, these are the default objects which is available in Unity. You can add directly from this menu. So I wanted to add the light, so I'm clicking the light and choosing the directional light. So now the directional light got added into the scene. Now you can see the scene lighted up. So I wanted to reset, change the parameters of this directional light. I wanted to reset the entire camera transform. Okay, I'll tell you what is transform. Okay, so once I reset, everything becomes 0 now. So you can see everything got 0, position got 0, rotation got 0, and scale is 1. You can't set the scale as 0 because scale has to be 1. If you set the scale to 0, then it won't be visible at all. The 3D object won't be visible at all. And yeah, I'm gonna keep the position as 0, and I'm gonna change the, because it's directional light, you can only change you can see the differences of directional light only by changing its rotational values. See? So let me just keep it now as 20. Or I just press 200. Okay, 20, and then leave it in the origin position. Okay, so these are the basics. This is the way you can change the parameters of light, and you can see the other component light, which is directional. You can change the same light into spotlight, and you can change the same light into point light, and you can change those parameters accordingly based on the options you choose here. Okay, so these are the basic light functionality, and this is the main camera parameters. Whereas you can choose the skybox, or you can just choose solid color, then the skybox is gone. It won't render any skybox in the outputs game view. And you can change the color of this game view in case if you're gonna build the 2D scene, or if you're gonna add your own enclosed environment. You don't need the skybox over there, so you can disable it so that you can reduce the rendering, you can increase the rendering performance. So now I'm going to keep it as simple, just keep the skybox on, You can change the perspective, camera views, so it'll be too much, I mean like too much information if I say everything about the camera and everything. So let's leave it for now. Now I'm going to build a simple scene. I'm going to add some objects into the scene. Okay, and yeah, I will talk about this area a little bit later. Okay, so I'm gonna add a new 3D object. I'm gonna add a simple plane here. So now you can see the plane is added into the scene. So I'm gonna reset this position to 0. So now you can see, change the scaling values to see how it is affecting the object. So I'm just gonna keep it to Y value is not gonna make any difference here because it's just a plane. So I'm gonna make this X and Z value as 2. And this is a mesh actually, and you can, this has got a default white material. You can change the material. That will be that I will tell you on a different tutorial. You can change some of the parameters of this plane here too. And this is a mesh collider. This will be very useful for the physics. Now it's more advanced topic, we are not going to talk about this now. So yeah, this is a basic plane, and I'm going to add one more game object into it. I'm going to add a cube in this, so where you can see the cube here got added, and it's just floating on the air. I'm going to put it on top of the plane. Now here it's getting the plane. Yeah, so now the cube is perfectly placed. Okay, well, you can also reset the position of the cube. Okay, I placed it exactly in the middle. And okay, so the basic scene has been created. Now we are going to move this cube from one position to other position at runtime using a Subscript. Okay, let's see how to do that. So what I'm going to do here, okay guys, now let's see how we're gonna make this cube move by using Subscript. So here I'm going to close this. I have here you need the Visual Studio IDE so that you can easily edit the scripts using Visual Studio IDE. You can also use MonoDevelop. MonoDevelop is kind of outdated now. So if you're having Windows, you can use Visual Studio, and in case if you're using Mac, then you can go for the Visual Studio Code. And once you install the Visual Studio, you need to get mapped with the Visual Studio automatically, so you don't have to worry about it. In case if it's not mapped with Visual Studio, you can always go and change it here. Go to Edit, Project Settings. Go to Edit, Preferences. Here external tools. You can choose Visual Studio Community or whatever the version you wanted to. I'm going with Visual Studio 2019 community version. So now it's chosen, and you can close it. The settings will be saved forever whenever you open the Unity editor. So now let's go and create a new C# script. Okay, so this is the project folder where you can see the physical files and physical folder structure here, and these are the hierarchy of the folder structure. So basically Unity comes with the assets folder. Have all the files you created for this project will be available inside the assets folder. So you can create more folders and organize your projects easily here. So here it comes with the default folder, and inside you can find the sample scenes, and you can even rename or recreate, create a new scene here by just right clicking in this area and then go to create. And if you want to add a new scene here, you can create a new scene here by clicking the scene option. So now the new scene is created. You can rename it. If you click the new test scene, so here you come, here you go with the main camera and directional light, the basic scene. Okay, now I switch back to our old scene. I don't need this, so I'm deleting the scene. So let's go and create the Subscript. Okay, since I wanted to keep it organized, so I'm going to create a new folder here, and I'm going to call it a scripts folder. Inside the scripts folder, you can go and create a new Subscript. Here you go. I'm going to rename it as move cube script. So now the Subscript is created. Once you select it, you can see the code in here in the inspector view. So I'm going to click this Subscript. Now it will get opened in Visual Studio. Here you go. It comes with a basic code snippet. All the scripts comes with the mono behavior inherited class. So, and it comes with the basic default functions, which is start and update, which is get overridden by the mono behavior, base class functionality. And here you see two functions here. One is start and another one is update. Start is called whenever the object is created as first time. This will be called only one time in the scene, but the update will be called whenever each and every single frame. So this update function will get executed for every single frame. So whatever the changes you make inside the update function, it will get updated in every single frame, and then the object will get affected before it goes to the render pipeline. Okay, so this will be called one time, and this will be called every single frame. Okay, so this is the things you wanted to remember. That's it. So here you go. Okay, we wanted to move this cube now, so we wanted to change the position of the cube. So here, if you go switch back to editor, if you select the cube, you can see the transform parameters here. So if you change any of this parameter, then the cube will move. If you change the rotation parameter, the cube will rotate. If you change the position parameters, then the cube will move. So what I'm going to do here, simply I'm going to change the position, but not by the editor view. I'm going to go and do with the script, so that it will happen in runtime. Okay, here I'm switching back to Visual Studio Editor, and I'm going to get the transform parameter here, because it's going to be attached with any game object. Everything is game object in Unity, so this will also get attached with the game object. So you can just directly get the transform from the mono behavior, because mono behavior also is like a part of game object component. So you can get the transform directly here, and transform dot position equal to new vector I'm gonna move it very smoothly, so I'm gonna use the sine function here to make it move a little bit smooth. And I need one more variable here. I will add, since we placed the cube at a little bit higher than its original position, I'm gonna retain that same value here. So the 0.5 whatever I just kept here at the initial stage, so that it won't change the y position, it will change only the x position. So rest of the values can be 0. And I'm gonna add a variable float cube just gonna keep it simple. This is a float variable. I'm gonna pass it here, and then I'm gonna increase the move on every single frame. Since the frame gets called, this update gets called 60 times per second, you need to give a small value so that the moving would be a bit slow and smooth. So that's it, it's done. We haven't done anything in the start, so we don't need this for now. Well, sorry, that's my bad. You can build and see whether it gets succeeded or not, so that it won't throw any error on the editor. So there you go. Okay, now I'm going to add a new script into cube game object. So select the cube game object, and then I'm going to attach this script, move cube script, into this component. So you can simply drag and drop. So the move script is attached with the component now, sorry, with the game object now. Or either way is, you can just click this add component button and you can type the move cube, then the script you created will appear here, and then you can choose it and get attached with the game object, cube game object. So now it's done. We can just click play button to see the output. There you go. The cube started moving. The script is working perfectly. So this is not a script which is only can be used on this cube object. It can be used in any objects which you created in the scene. So it's not just only for the cube. Suppose if you want to add the same feature into the plane rather than the cube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the script into this cube, into the plane. So I'll choose the plane object, and then I'm going to add the move cube script. So now let's see what happens. Click play. Now both started moving, and the plane got lifted up because we mentioned 0.5 at the y parameter of the vector. So now both are moving smoothly. There you go. So the script got attached with both of the game objects, so both started moving. Here is the way you can use the script, and you can use the game objects, moving, floating, or like you can do the interaction as well with the C# script at runtime. Here you go, that's all the basic. We will find more information about Unity, how to build Unity, how to build the Windows apps, Android apps on the next tutorial. Thank you so much.